So NotebookLM has shipped some really good updates in the past couple of weeks. The kind that actually improve your productivity if you are using this day to day. I went through all of them and picked the ones that I feel matter the most. Here's the format I've chosen to explain this, right? So for each one, I'm going to show you a demo, but also walk you through a practical scenario, how you and I would actually use it for our work, not just what the feature does. The last one, which is the auto drive sync, is the one I would flag as the most important. So please stick around for that. A quick disclaimer, all opinions are my own and do not belong to my employer. All right, with that, let's get into it. All right, so I'm in NotebookLM and I'm going to create a new notebook. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add my own document here. So I created my own take on Google I/O, what Google got right, what I'm watching over the next 90 days, 18-month picture, and all of these kind of things, right? So I'm going to be adding this. This is the first document that I'm going to add. So this is my own personal grounded document. And then I'm going to add a few other links, right? And I'm going to click on this. I've also added some of my own YouTube videos that I had created post Google I/O, which covered a lot of announcements that I had done. So I'm going to add all of those things. So once this is done, this is the notebook that we will be working going forward for me to be discussing all the different use cases. So the first one, and they launched this very recently, is source attribution and iterate. Imagine you generate a report via NotebookLM for your weekly newsletter. It comes out fine, but it reads too much like a press release. You wish it leaned harder on the analyst commentary you actually uploaded yourself. Before yesterday, you would have to regenerate this blindly and pray, but now you can see exactly which sources NotebookLM weighted, tweak the prompt, and then regenerate. Let's look into it. So let's say that I create a report. So if I click on this, you are able to obviously create your own custom report, but these are all the different types of reports that NotebookLM is automatically able to create for you. So let's say that I just want an implementation roadmap. I've asked it to go ahead and create the report. Similarly, I can go ahead and create, let's say, a slide deck, can customize it, detail and stuff like that. So this is what I'm asking you to do: high-level timeline summary of the major announcements presented in a sleek professional format. So that'll be the second deliverable, right? And you can ask it to create like a video overview. Obviously, you have the cinematic overview as well. These are all customized instructions that I'm giving for it to create these deliverables, right? So we'll give it a few minutes for it to finish all these deliverables, and then we'll come back and see the output. All right, so it looks like it has created the report here. So if I click on this, is brand new, right? Which is you can actually click on view prompt as well as view the sources which it has taken to actually build this particular report, which is very interesting because earlier you were not able to see the kind of prompt that NotebookLM has used in order to create this, as well as the sources. So it was a black box. Now what you can do here is you can actually click on iterate and then write your own prompt. So here I'm changing this, rewrite this report in the voice of an independent enterprise analyst. And then I'm also changing the weights, right? So this is where I'm asking it to use my take source heavily versus anything else. So now it's going to regenerate this, and you will be able to get that newer version of the report pretty quickly, right? And another one, like for the same thing, but for the presentation. So you can see it has done a really good job in creating this beautiful presentation based on the stuff that I've uploaded. So you guys are all familiar with this. But what is new here is you can now click on view prompt. And then again, you can actually give a completely new prompt and then go ahead and generate all over again. And of course, the revise capability is a little bit different, because that in the revise capability, you are changing the slides itself, but you do not have the capability to understand what was the prompt that was given and what were the sources, etc. Here, you are able to completely change the prompt from the get-go and then like completely regenerate, right? So that's another capability that they have added. So wherever I feel you have the capability to provide custom instructions, you're able to get the prompts as well as get the sources, and you're able to change it. So that was a really key update that I wanted to share. Now, the second one is auto-categorize resources. Imagine you are 3 months into a research notebook, 30 or 40 sources, PDFs, websites, your own notes. You need to find the one report you uploaded 6 weeks ago. Old way, you have to scroll through all of those. The new way is it has automatically categorized this for you by auto labeling. So you click it and you will be able to find it. So let's look into that. Here is for you to be able to create labels, and NotebookLM has made it very easy by providing something called as auto labeling. So once you click on this, it is going to go through all the sources that you have, and it is going to auto label it for you. So you see here, they have done a pretty good job, and they have auto labeled all the different things that we had added, including my personal document as well, right? This is pretty handy, and that way you're able to see. You can also rename the source if you like, or rename the overall labeling itself. You can add emoji and stuff like that. So all these things are possible. You can also move it across different labels as well. So this was the second interesting auto labeling update that you've done. Of course, when you have less number of sources, it doesn't look that interesting. But imagine if you have hundreds of sources, right? And that's when you need auto labeling so that you're able to find this out later. Okay. Third is where you are able to change the description and the cover art as well as a custom summary. Imagine you spent 2 weeks synthesizing customer research into a NotebookLM notebook. You want to send it to your VP now. Old way looks like a draft. New way, you can have a very custom cover image updated, polished description, and then summary of what you wrote yourself. Looks really like a deliverable that you have created. Let's look into it. So this one is pretty straightforward. You can see there is an option to customize and you're able to upload any image. So I'm just showing what is the possibility. So I've just uploaded this particular image. And then you can also write your own summary. And then that way you're able to really customize it and send it to whoever you want to send it, right? Those are some of the options now, which is possible. So just wanted to share that as well. Fourth is mind map customization. Imagine you're prepping for a meeting where the team needs to decide whether to adopt a new tool. You need a decision tree, not a topic map. Old way is the default mind map, which gives you a generic taxonomy. New way is you can tell it to build me a strategy map for what to do, and it actually goes ahead and does it. So we'll look into this now. So the next critical one is mind maps that you can already see, which is here. So now you're able to customize this, right? So by default, the mind map, it would create basically the generic kind of a mind map. But now you're able to say that, hey, create a mind map, focus on what enterprise team should actually be doing and give me a decision to make now versus to wait on, as well as the risks to watch, right? So you are able to go ahead and create like a decision matrix, and that becomes very powerful, right? So we'll give it a second for it to finish and then I'll show you the output. All right, looks like it is ready. And you can see exactly how we had asked it to do. So it has the immediate decisions, strategic waiting, and then risks and monitoring. And then you can open any one of these and you will clearly see all the things in detail as you would have expected. So this is pretty cool. And of course, here again, you're able to see the prompt that was being used. You're able to do an iteration, and then you of course see the sources as well. And you are able to change it based on the iteration and it will create a new mind map for you. So that's pretty cool as well. Fifth is bulk share. Imagine your team of 12 needs access to a shared notebook. Again, the old way is add 12 emails one at a time. The new way would be paste the list, and then if you press enter, it will automatically break it into emails for you. All right, so let's look into it. So once you're done with this, you are also able to share it, and now you have the capability to bulk share it. If you entered this comma separated and I clicked on enter, and you can see all of these emails are automatically taken. You can then go ahead and change the access and stuff like that, but you're able to do that pretty quickly. So that's another short but very productive, useful update that they have added for you as well. And the last one, and this is the big one, which is auto drive sync. Imagine your team updates a strategy doc every Wednesday. You ask NotebookLM about it on Thursday in front of the leadership. Old way would be you're quoting Monday's version. The doc has actually moved on, but your NotebookLM hasn't. The new way is NotebookLM automatically synced. Your answers will match the reality. And this is the one that makes NotebookLM actually work with a team at an enterprise level. Let's look into it. All right. This one, I believe, is a very good one, which is automatic sync with Google Drive, right? So what you're seeing over here is all of the sources, and one of the sources is actually my take on Google I/O. You can already see here there's an option to click to sync on Google Drive. So you can see here it structures all of the details that we have added. Now, what I can do here is, let's say that I'm going to add like another take, right? So doing a live demo of this feature for a YouTube video. Okay. So now I've typed that and it has saved. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on sync. And what you should be able to see is that particular thing featured here as well, right? You can see that it is now reflected here. And this actually makes this really autonomous, right? So if it is connected to your Google Drive and anything which you have taken as a source from Google Drive, it will automatically update, which was a problem earlier. So you do not have to re-upload, but it just takes care of it automatically, right? So this is something I wanted to show as well. All right, so that's NotebookLM as of June 2026. 6 updates that quietly turn this thing into a tool you can actually share with your team. Of course, there is tons of other features as part of the broader NotebookLM, which I'm sure you have seen. So I'm not gonna waste your time on that. But if you need a detailed deep dive, happy to make something like that for you. Hope you found this valuable. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. And if you're new here, please hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel so that you can get to see these kind of videos. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.